Welcome to Retirement Talk, the show that gives you wealth strategies that actually work. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about 3 reasons why not to withdraw from your 401k. And in today's world, in today's market, it's easy to get kind of trapped into wanting to take money out of these retirement accounts too early. There's a lot of reasons we're going to go into and why not to, and there's some big ones that hopefully you haven't even thought of to go, man, I didn't think about that impacting my overall lifestyle in retirement just because of the one decision that I had to make regarding whether I should or shouldn't take money out of the 401k.
Well, it seems like easy money, and there it is. It's maybe your biggest account. It's not your emergency fund. It should be the last place almost that you pull money from, because there's going to be a day coming, and it comes sooner than you think, called retirement, and you're going to need all that you have in there plus lots more. So there's penalties to withdraw money early, and they're substantial. So you need to be careful if you are withdrawing money. You can't withdraw money younger than 59 and a half unless you're permanently disabled, and so there's just really not a situation there with a 10% penalty where it makes sense to withdraw that money. So look at it as money that's off the table.
Well, there's a 10% penalty. That's big, but it's also all of this income that you withdraw is going to be added on top of all of your other income for the year. So whatever your highest tax bracket is, whatever that last bracket is that you find yourself in, that's what you're going to pay. And in fact, a lot of times this can throw you into the very next bracket. Say you're in the 24% tax bracket.
Right.
You take a withdrawal out, the next tax bracket's 32%. Not only do you go up 8% in tax brackets, you got to pay the other 24 plus another 10%. So if you need $50,000 out of that account, you're probably going to have to withdraw $80,000 or $85,000 just to net your 50. And so the cost isn't
expensive money.
It is expensive, and it's not just what you need. It's like, oh, I need 50,000. I think I'll withdraw 50. It's not 50. It's 50 plus 10 plus your taxes plus all these other things, and so it can have a detrimental impact on your ability to recover from that withdrawal. How long is it going to take you to actually just get that money back, plus the taxes, and what have you lost in the time value of that money not being in there working? There are certain things that you can pull money out of a 401k for. I would still be cautious to do this.
Needs to be a dire emergency.
I agree. A down payment on a first home, you can take money out of a 401k for that. In my opinion, I think you should plan for that.
Right.
Save for that from other sources. Again, because of, even though there may not be a penalty, that money's not tax-free. You're still going to pay the taxes. So again, you got to factor that into it. Certain medical issues, right? That might be one that you've got to walk. You may not have the money immediately available, and so that could be one. College tuition, funeral expenses. There are certain things that they do allow for you to pull out of without the penalty. But again, keep in mind, just because there's no penalty doesn't mean there isn't a tax. And if you can at all avoid it, the cost is so significant that you got to try to find other options.
The other thing, Dan, is that the opportunity for that money to make money while you've taken it out. So it could be that right after that, the market just does something spectacular and you've missed the opportunity for growth. So that is huge in the whole scheme of things for retirement. You may think, oh, that's okay, I can easily put it back when this happens, when that happens. You got this great plan in your mind that usually doesn't happen. The money doesn't get put back in, and then the next thing you know, the market's taken off, and it's not just what you paid, it's what you missed in opportunity, especially in a down market. That can be a time you say, well, it's losing anyway, I'm going to take it out. But isn't that always just before things get better and turn around? The next thing, it's come back 10, 20, 30%. You missed all the growth on that, plus you paid all those taxes and penalties. It can be hundreds of thousands of dollars lost.
And I've heard more times than not, in the down markets is when people want to pull the money out of these 401ks, because the thought is, and this is where money is emotional, and sometimes if we allow emotions to drive our investment decisions, very rarely are they correct. First and foremost, if you're making emotional investment decisions, it's probably the wrong one. History has taught us that. But it's emotional going, well, you know, my money just keeps losing money. I might as well pull it out before it goes down to nothing. Well, if you're in mutual funds and ETFs and things like that, your money's not going down to nothing if it's good index kind of funds. And actually, the ability and opportunity, what you should be doing in that down market is looking for ways to put more money in. Buy into the down market. Everybody has heard buy low, sell high. But I almost would dare to say that everybody out there has also thought of, when the market's low, I should sell. Because it's emotions telling us we're seeing that money go down. It's like a pain threshold. And we're like, I'm going to sell and bail. We know better, but emotions drive us to make those decisions. If you're making an emotional decision to pull money out of a 401k, you probably need to spend some additional time. Seek wise counsel from anybody that knows and can help guide the decision for you, so that your emotions aren't the ones being the driver.
It's almost as if whatever your emotion is telling you, do the opposite.
That's right.
You know, it's like Buffett. When other people are fearful, that's when he's greedy. And guess what? He's got more money than most. So it's worked out pretty good. And then, you know, think about this. How are you going to make up for this loss of money in the future? You're going to need that for retirement. Retirement can be a 20, 30 year trip, okay? Where it's now not just measured in years, it's measured in decades.
Right.
How many decades? Talked to a client just recently, 59 years old when he retired. He's now been retired for 25 years. He and his wife are both still riding high and very healthy. So retirement is long. You can't afford to be taking money out. What you need to do is look for ways to put more in. That's the whole idea. So again, thanks for watching our show today. Be sure to subscribe to get our latest episodes and go to retirementtalk.com.